Welcome to the next installment in our Samco Power Accounting Tips and Tricks video series. In this episode, we're going to talk about how to handle period-end closing for various subledgers and the general ledger. Certain modules, such as inventory, accounts receivable, accounts payable, track period-to-date and year-to-date accumulators. As an example, in inventory, it tracks sales period to date, which is usually displayed as PTD, and sales year to date, which is displayed as YTD, amongst other things, for each product in the status record. So these fields are available for viewing, and they're also used in various reports. So fields like this need to be rolled up on a monthly basis so that the information doesn't become stale and inaccurate. So for example, if you don't run your period end closing function in inventory for 5 or 6 months, the information that will get rolled up into the period to date will ultimately be 5 or 6 months worth. So not really what you want to see on your reports or in various view screens. So to do this, we've done it historically inside each subledger. So accounts receivable has its own menu option, inventory has its own menu option, accounts payable, etc. They have their own menu options, but more recently we've added a function within system functions to make this a whole lot easier. So let's show you how this is done. So first of all, we're on the Samco Power Accounting main menu. We're going to go into System Functions, and then we're going to go into the Close Period by Package. Now within there, you'll see here it shows you all of the modules that are available for running a period end closing function. In the System Functions, it's simply a rollover of certain pieces of data, again, that are only maintained on a monthly basis in this case. In the general ledger, it will offer you the option of entering in a new period end date, and then it matches that up to the periods that you've entered in your accounting periods table. Accounts receivable, you can do both a period end and a year end function. In inventory management, the same thing. Point of sale, accounts payable also offer this. And in job costs, it's a little bit different because it's simply rolling over information that's stored inside the jobs information. So there's no actual date in that particular module. So we've gone into this module. Now what do? Okay, it's the beginning of our new month, so we want to roll up our periods. So we're going to say yes. For the system functions, we're going to enter a date. You'll notice it automatically offers me the option of pressing F1. It calculates my next calculated period end date, so I'll press F1. This is not closing a year. My year end will say is 12/31/18, and if that was the case, I would say yes. General ledger, same thing. I'm going to say yes, it is. Press F1. Accounts receivable, yes, it is. Press F1. No, it's not, etc. So we'll run through this quickly. All are pretty much exactly the same thing. Notice there it also defaults. And in job cost, I'll say yes, but I don't have to enter a date. And I'll say no to close a year. Am I sure? And off it goes. It runs various functions for the subledgers and for the general ledger. So now, for example, if I were to go into the general ledger module, I'll just jump over to GL, go F2, Setup, Accounting Periods. You'll now see that my current period has been set to period 11, which matched the period end date for my next period that I set when I ran the function. So there you go. It's really easy. This is something that you should do. Put it on your calendar on a monthly basis, beginning of each month. Run your period end closing. That takes care of a lot of reporting and also view functions. And as you see, it's really easy to do. So be sure to check samco.com for more tips and tricks, and you have yourself a great day.